Okay, so we are looking at unit 3, and under unit 3 we'll be looking at have a most paperless classroom. How can you have a paperless classroom? So that's what we'll be looking at in this unit. And the first one, we'll look at introduction, how you can move your files into Drive, make fewer class copies, bring your quizzes online using Google Form. So imagine if your classroom went almost completely paperless. If you no longer have to worry about finding a clean copy of a worksheet from last term, or sorting a year worth of lesson plan, when you save your files in the cloud with Google Drive, you solve this problem and more. So there are so many of us as a teacher, maybe in your school, maybe they've digitized your teaching and learning, whereby you have to type your notes either to submit to your HOD or to give a type note, to display a type note to your students, depending on what they are doing in your school. You can imagine, or still in your school, they are still writing, you are writing lesson notes, and the note you used last term is no more with you. But we are telling you that when you try to start a paperless classroom, all these files is going to be, you will be able to keep it in your Google Drive. So be it a Microsoft Word document, you can keep it in your Google Drive. This will help solve a lot of problem. You will be able to find your last used material because they are already soft copy and they are saved in the cloud. They are not saved on your phone. We can imagine many of us, we've lost phones, we've lost laptop, flash drive lost, and there are some content that you have on these devices that you may not be able to find. But with Google Drive, your items are saved and secure. So in this one, we'll learn how Google Drive can be used for your own cloud storage, how to upload your document to Google Drive, how to create document within Google Drive, tips for organizing your Google Drive, how to collaborate using Google Doc, tips for using Google Doc suites in your classroom, how classroom work with Docs and Drive. That is all we'll be looking at. So what products we'll be looking at? All the product we'll be looking at, we'll not be able to finish in this class. I will give us as an assignment for you to work with them. So throughout this unit, we'll be using Google Doc, Google Sheets, and Google Slide. They are all there. So I have some short video that will be showing for us to learn. So the first one is Google Classroom.
It's an easy-to-use tool that helps teachers manage coursework. With Classroom, you can create classes, distribute assignments, grade and send feedback, and see everything in one place. Students can complete assignments independently or in a group and receive feedback along the way.
So you can see, this is just Google Classroom for you. I don't want to play it again. With Google Classroom, everything that the video has said is possible. So after this class, please, you are with your own Google account. Everybody has a Google account because we are all using Android phone. So if you don't have a laptop, go and download Google Classroom app on your phone so that you can see how this thing works. That's the first assignment. So let's move to the second one. The next one is Google Slide.
With Google Slides, you can create, edit, and share presentations. Multiple people can work on a presentation at the same time. You can see changes as they're made, and every change is automatically saved. Google Slides is extremely versatile and can be used as an outline during lectures, as choose-your-own-adventure templates for student engagement, or for collaborative group research projects.
So the next one, after this video, now after this class, we will need to come up with somebody. We need to come up with maybe a volunteer. You volunteer yourself, or we nominate for somebody to create Google Slide. Then you share it with everybody. That's second one. So everybody must have, on each slide you have your own slide. It's just one Google Slide. It's just one Google Slide document. But on each slide, you are going to pick one slide and give it your name and your school and what you hope to and how you plan to use these tools in your school. So we want to see you using these tools right from this training that we are doing together. So volunteer who will be creating Google slide. Don't forget the first assignment is Google Classroom. You are creating Google Classroom for yourself, everybody. You are the teacher. I will tell you how you can bring people into your class, but now we are just creating one Google slide. We want to add everybody to it. Please, who will help us to do that? Yes.
I would love to.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joshua. So Mr. Joshua is creating Google slide, and it's just one Google slide. You'll be adding everybody to it, but on the slide, each and every one of us is going to pick one slide and give it your name as a title, your school, and what you hope to, and how you plan to use these tools in your school. So we'll move to the next one.
In this lesson, you'll learn about Google Docs. Docs is...
Who is talking, please?
Sorry for interference.
Okay.
Everyone talking, please.
I'm with
Joshua talking.
Mr. Joshua. I am with you.
Yes, please. Thank you. I hope also there will be guidance on how to do that.
Yes, we explore it after now. Can we continue?
In this lesson, you'll learn about Google Docs. Docs is an online word processing tool that offers real-time collaboration and sharing. Docs can be accessed, created, and shared from any device, including a smartphone. Best of all, Google Docs is cloud-based and your work is automatically saved, so you never have to hit save again.
So I need another person to nominate to create Google Doc for us. And in this Google Doc, we'll be creating a template that we'll be using maybe for attendance or to ask a question. Anybody, people will call, everybody, we are working on it together. You suggest your ideas. It's going to we'll put it there. So it's creating Google Doc. Hello, can we all hear me?
Yes, ma.
Thank you, Miss Fumilayo is creating our Google Doc. Thank you. What happened? You are creating our Google Doc now. Thank you. Don't worry, thank you. You will do it. Let's move on quickly.
Google Sheets allows you to collect, sort, analyze, and manipulate data in meaningful ways. With built-in formulas, formatting tools, and easy-to-create charts and graphs, Google Sheets is a powerful data analysis tool. Sheets allows multiple people to collaborate in real time. Changes and edits are instantaneous and everything is saved automatically.
Yeah, so he's creating Google Sheet for us. Somebody is asking about data analysis. Maybe we should pick that person. Who is that person? Is she here? Hello? Hello? Is the person here? So we'll be creating Google Sheet for us. Yes, we are waiting. Is it only 3 people we have in this class? That we exhaust all of them so that we know we take it all around again. No, there are more than 3. I think we should be about 8. So it's creating Google Sheet. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. Thank you. That is so good. So let's move on. Don't worry, we are going to explore some of them tonight. So this is Google Drive. I want you to pay attention very well and look at my Google Drive presentation. It shows you how you can upload, and I'm going to demonstrate one now. Can you see when you open your Google Drive, you move to that plus new file upload. You can upload any file. So this goes to teachers that already have their document already in maybe Microsoft Word or in PowerPoint or in Excel. That does not mean you are going to go and throw it away. You will continue. Google Doc will edit it for you and it will save it automatically in the cloud. So you can always use it on any device at any time. So for this Google Drive, we are all creating Google Drive, just like we create Google Classroom. So Google Drive is an application. If you don't have it on your phone, after this class, go and download Google Drive on your phone. So you start using it. It will be automatically saving your work to Google Drive. If you are on Android phone, there's no way you will not be using Google Drive. It should be on your phone. If you don't have it, please download it. So we'll be looking at Google Classroom shortly after now, but not today, for us to see how we can invite, but I will tell us the basic thing we need to do. So in Google Classroom, there are two ways in which you can invite students into your class. You can send invitation to them, you understand, or when they are in your class, they can join through a code. So but if you are giving somebody a code, maybe if you write I at times may look like capital letter I, depending on the font you are using, might look like small letter L, you understand. So it's always a good one that you send invitation to them. In this group, let's quickly divide ourselves. How many are we here? Oh, sorry. I want to see how many we are. We are 11. Let me quickly see our names as we are here. So I think I am in 3. So we are here. Let's divide ourselves into. Should we take it to 2, or we should divide ourselves into 4, just 2 groups, or we divide ourselves into 2, having 4 groups, or into 2, having 4 groups? Am I communicating? We take ourselves to 2, we have 4 groups, or we have 4 in a group and we just have 2 groups. What do you think? I can't hear you. Please use your chat. Use the in-call message. I can't hear you. Okay, 2 groups. Okay, 2 groups. So let's quickly divide ourselves. So when you create your classroom, please turn off your mic, Miss Victoria. Miss Victoria, please turn off your mic. Okay. So into group now, I have a group 1. I have Mr. Josiah, Miss Fumilayo, Mr. Joshua, and Miss Ijoma. Do you get that? Can somebody type it for us in the in-call message? The first group, we have group 1, Mr. Josiah, Miss Fumilayo, Mr. Joshua, and Miss Okoro. There are 4 already. Then for group 2, we have Mr. Emmanuel, Miss Olanike, Miss Olukemi, and Miss Victoria. Is it okay? Is anybody typing for us? Okay, thank you for the first group. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the second group, yes. So this is the task. The first group, you on your whether on your phone or your laptop, you are going to create a Google Classroom. I don't know the name you want to give it. You give it the name of your choice. Then you now invite these people into your class as students. So that means you will be a teacher. The 3 other people, for example, in Mr. Josiah group, is going to be creating his own class. In his own class, he's going to be the teacher, and he will be inviting Fumilayo, Joshua, and Okoro as students. For Miss Fumilayo, she will be creating her class and will be adding Josiah, Joshua, and Okoro as students. So we are doing it for one another. So you'll be able to see. So when you create yourself as a teacher, you'll be able to join another class and see yourself as a student. So you can view both ends from your area. So quickly, how many of us are on laptop? If you're on laptop, can you please signify by raising up your hand? 1, 2. Only 2 people on laptop. So you see, we may not be able to do the activity now. So that means we will do it later. But meanwhile, let me just show us how I'll be showing us Google Classroom and Google Drive for to start working with it tonight. So I want to end this video at. So please take note, don't forget your group. So what we'll be doing now, since we've created this group, we put ourselves into group, we'll be working together. You see the power of collaboration on those people that we've shared some things with. Somebody drop a message for me. Who is that person? Okay, group 1, Mr. Josiah. So we learn how to collaborate. So I know we are all teachers, but in some other people's groups, some people will be acting as students and you'll be acting also as teachers, so that you can see both ends. So not only can your students share documents with you, but they can share documents with each other for peer feedback and or group projects. So like that Google Doc, Mr. Joshua volunteer that will be preparing for us, we'll all be collaborating on it so that we see how it look like. So this lesson will help you to create and upload documents to Google Drive, share them with others, and eliminate your visit to photocopiers, and you'll not be making plenty photocopy. That is what that place is trying to say. So you can see my screen. We are familiar with all these tools. We've said this. You can see Google Doc, a word processor like Microsoft Word for collaborative note taking during lecture or during video. We have Google Sheets, a spreadsheet application. You track lab projects, student involvement across multiple classes. You can even use it as your, what's this book that teacher used to keep their score on? What's the name of the what do we call it, please? That's more exercise book where you have your student name and their marks. Anybody? I can't remember what the name is called, but I know we all know. Is it sheet? They also call it sheet. Wow. CA book. So where you can use Google Sheets for it. That's what I'm trying to say. So you don't have to keep your CA book. And when you learn how to do Google Sheets, all the addition and the average, Google Sheets will do it for you. And when Google Sheets is doing it for you, you sure that it's without error. So you are not pressing your phone or you are not pressing calculator to find average again. So Google Slide will be working on that. Use one slide deck to showcase stages of growth. We'll be showing how we plan to use these tools we are learning in our class. Then we have Google Form. Google Form is what I shared in the group earlier today for us to check our understanding of what we talk about in Unit 1. So that is Google Form. You can see it is in Google Form that we send it out as survey. So but you see, in that survey you didn't have to pick option, you just answer the question. No, it was not graded. But in the other one, for the quiz form, it was graded, whereby we are able to see your score. I know some of us actually did the exercise before joining this meeting. Then we have Google Drawing for graphic and images. We'll see that later too. So in some of the short video previously in this presentation, you can find the short GIF of how to add files to Google Drive and how to post assignment into Classroom. So what I want to be teaching us will be done by people who are using laptop. If you are using phone, you can also do it. Just try and follow the same step. You will get the same result. The same thing for Google Classroom. If you don't have a laptop, you can also create your classroom. Excuse me. You can also create your classroom on your phone. We are doing that too before we leave tonight. So also note that it is easier for you to convert your files. You can upload a Microsoft Word, Excel or PowerPoint file that you have previously, because this has always been the question. Teacher will always ask, because we know that Windows and Microsoft are the most popular platform that everybody uses, and they will ask, what will happen to my PowerPoint slide? What will happen to my document that I already typed in Microsoft Word? Will I have to retype it? You are not retyping it. Once you upload it to Google Drive, without changing it to Google Doc, you can directly edit your work, but it's just that it may have some limitation, but you can do it just exactly the way you are using it on your laptop while working with Microsoft Word. So you can simultaneously convert it into an editable Google Doc. To have this happen, just click on the gear icon and it will be looking at that. Let me just keep that. You can also convert a file that is already in Google Drive by right clicking on the document title in your Google Drive and lift open with. So even though you have the document already in your Google Drive, you can open it. You can open it with maybe you uploaded Google Microsoft Word document, PowerPoint or Excel file. You can open it with either Google Sheets, Google Doc, and you can be able to edit it, and you can even convert it to Google Doc without any challenges. All your formatting and everything remain the same. And for those of you who are using laptop, you can also download Google Drive app for your laptop, so that as you are working, you can save your document directly to the drive. You don't have to be keeping it on your laptop, because when you keep it on your laptop, it will not be automatically updating that because Google Docs save to the cloud. Yes, so you have to be sure that all your documents is on Google Cloud, so that the automatic saving can take place, and you can also access it on any other person device. So one more thing, very important thing I need to let you know is sharing your document, and this is what we'll be doing. For Mr. Joshua, who asked that how are we going to be doing it, please, on the document I shared with us on Monday, please, if you are in this class, after this class you go to that class, you go to that document, put your name and put your email address, because we'll be working with email address now. Please, your Google email address, your Gmail account, not in this class. After the class, go to WhatsApp, open the document, put your email and put your name, so that people who are working with you, they can be able to get your email and invite you whenever it is necessary. So it is through this email that we are going to be using to be sharing documents. So sharing your document, you can share any document in your Google Drive, be it picture, be it PDF, be it video, document, Google Sheet. You can share it with another person, or with a group of people by clicking the share button in the upper right corner. I'll be showing us that very soon. So you have three types of access you can give to collaborators. So anybody working on your document, we call them collaborators. So you can give them edit, you can invite people to edit, we call them editors. So when you invite them, they directly edit your document with you. So you can have them comment on your document. Okay, you want them to make correction, but you don't want them to make correction on your document, so they can leave a comment beside the document for you so that you can see it. And you can also invite people to view. They will only view your document, they will not be doing anything on it. Those are the two things we can do. Those are the three different ways we can share our documents. Please note that the documents you can share include anything you are saving on Google Drive. I've said that whatever you are saving on Google Drive, you can share it with anybody or any group. So let's answer this lesson check before we move to our practical. Let me see how many we have. Can we finish? Wow. We all came late for this class, and I might take my 20 minutes back because I want to be sure that we completed everything as scheduled. So Microsoft Office documents are compatible with Google Drive. True or false?
True.
Thank you. That's very perfect. So we move on very fast. Microsoft Office documents are compatible. Okay, we've seen that. Question 2. Which of the choices below are options when sharing a Google document? ABD. Thank you, ABD. The option to create is not there. We only have edit, view, and comment. No create. Thank you. That is beautiful. What are the key benefits of using Google Doc Suite? Select all that apply. ABD. B and D. Let's see. Is A and D. There is only ever one version of your document, meaning you never have to compile different revision from group members. You can easily share document using a URL, just like what I did. I posted the URL to WhatsApp group, the one I refer us to. So others can only view or comment. No, don't forget that edit is possible. They can edit. It doesn't work with Office, Microsoft Office. It does work with Microsoft Office. I said that when I was explaining. So let's try and attempt this question. Miss Fumila, is this for the new question? Missy Jomo, any problem? No. Okay. Missy Jomo, raise up your hand. Any challenge?
No, ask questions at the end. It was a mistake. That is not my hand.
Okay. B. Let's see the answer. Thank you for those who picked B. That was a beautiful one. So using Google Form. So I just run through Google Form because I want the unit to be together. We are not taking any practical on Google Form tonight. We'll do it later. So one great way to use Google Form is to create a quiz as quick assignment for your student knowledge. These quizzes are perfect activity when class is just beginning or can be used as an exit ticket before students leave the class. That means this particular option is showing that your students have access to either computer or laptop or tablet in their classroom before you be able to use Google Form like this. But let's assume that our students, because I know many of us are teaching in public school, our students don't have access to this computer right in their classroom. What can you do? Just like I posted this link for us, you can share the link with them, not through WhatsApp now, because we don't encourage teachers using WhatsApp with students. We'll be looking at ways in which you can get your Google Form to your students. Let them have it as an assignment over the weekend before coming to school Monday morning, or maybe you finish teaching them, you want to test their knowledge, you can give it to them. Let them go and do at home. You understand? And as they are submitting, just like the test that was posted using Google Form on WhatsApp earlier today, I've seen the responses of people. You are not with me. That's one great way you can use Google Form. So don't think that my student, they don't have, in our school there's no laptop, so how am I going to use Google Form? As a teacher who is proactive, you can use this Google Form with your students. Once they know your way of teaching, quickly they will be attached to it, and then they themselves they will improve and they will like it. So that's one way. So you can use it to check student knowledge, and I'll be sending much of this one after this class, if not today, maybe tomorrow morning, to check our understanding of unit 2 that we just concluded and this particular unit. So you can use Google Form. You can also use Google Form as survey. That was what we filled before. A survey is just to gather information. It's not giving any graded work or any graded form of work like quiz, like a quiz that will require us to grade their performance and also give feedback. So you can use it to collect email information on back to school 9. So if you are just thinking of how to get information from people, you can use Google Form. You can also use it to grade as a graded work or as a graded assignment with your students. So form aren't just for teachers. Those students can also get involved in creating and using Google Form by building survey to collect research data for a group project. That is one way. You can also use this Google Form with your students. Share form with them. Maybe you've taught them, for example, organic chemistry. So you can tell them that, go home, I want you to come up with 5 different questions about organic chemistry. You understand? Make all of them an editor. Before they come to school the next day, let's say you have let's even say 10 students in your class. You are teaching organic chemistry. If they are coming up with five questions, by the time you are going to sit down for that will be 5 times 10. You already have 50 questions in your Google Form, and they can use it like to learn or to help themselves. Or another great way of using it, you want your students to learn all these computerized exam, people teaching mathematics, English language, all these JAMB subjects. You can task your students, type this work, when you get home, let's revise it. So because they are going to be answering with questions, instead of them revising just with the JAMB past question on paper, they can also do it with their phone. So they create this document, and once you create the document as a teacher, by the time you are teaching another class next year, the scheme of work is the same, or what they are learning is the same. You can reuse it again. But if it is on paper, it is gone. You have to either type or reissue it to them or make another photocopy again. Please, let's all look at this way. It will greatly help us. So to create Google Form, we're not going to be looking at how to create Google Form tonight. I just said it, but to create it is simple. Look at this, my GIF, anytime you want to do it. My GIF is showing that you are in your drive. This is drive environment. I want it to come up again. Then when you click it, you can see Google Form here. Click on it. It will open this blank document for you, where you can be able to edit and type in your question. And in Google Form, let me quickly say there are different options. We have short answer, we have options, we have checkbox. We'll be looking at it later, not tonight. So in Google Form, you can also add and edit questions. It is possible by going through the advanced question type. You can do checkbox, you can do scale, you can input video, you can even ask question on your video when you input video. All these are what is possible for this specific task. Please, I want you to remind me in case I forgot. I'll be creating my own class and I'll be giving you an account apart from your Google account. This will give you access to all these tools, because these tools, most of them are not available in your personal account. Yes, so that you can see ways in which you can use them. Please, let's take note in case it skipped my mind before we conclude the training. So I can even leave the account with you even after the training, to if you are sure that you will have time to explore them out. So you can add videos to your Google form. You can add images. It is possible. Then your response destination. All your response, you can link your response to Google Sheets. When you begin collecting responses, you can link your form response to Google Sheets, a form of data. You can easily see it. You can see their score. You can see what they are doing. We'll be looking at that too. Then you can share your Google form. I told you that every document we have in Google Drive can be shared, and the location of this Google form is in Google Drive. So you can share it for people to view, for people to collaborate. You understand? Google form is different. They can only collaborate. They cannot comment on Google form, but they can view. If you are viewing it, that means the person may try to attempt to answer the question or to provide answer to the survey question. So for you to share your form, you can see this my GIF by this side. You go to send. Under send, we have 3 different options. You can copy link, you can send it through email, and you can also embed on your web page. All these are what is possible. And the last one is that you can add collaborators. Collaborators will be able to edit the document. It's just that they are not the main owner. Then on Google Form, you'll be able to view your responses. As soon as someone clicks submit on your Google Form, you'll be able to click responses. You can view your response based on individual who submitted the question. You can view based on question. You can even see the summary of how they perform, which particular question did they miss most, and you can try to do a follow-up from this response. You can even get a chart for you to see the overview of how they perform in that particular question. So let's try and attempt the question. The response option allow you to create custom charts from data. This question, because we have, how many of us have worked with Google Form? Can I see our hands up? If you have worked with Google Form, can you raise up your hand? Can only see someone, just one person. Who else? Just one person. Is that right? It's only Mr. Josiah that have used Google Form. Is that right? Okay. Missy John, just 2 people, right? I want to be sure maybe we should continue or we should stop here. Because if you have not used Google Form before, there's no point for us to continue, because you'll not be able to answer the question based on the few introduction we just said. I only have one hand though. So for today's class, we'll be stopping at this lesson quiz. Let me see how many pages I have left. You may not be able to answer the question because I want everybody to be involved. I have 34 or 41 left. Okay, let me just run through the question because I want the video to be together for people who want to watch later. Then I will take us over it again. Please, let's take note of the questions as we see them. The response option allow you to create custom charts from the collected form data. The answer is false. For response option, you won't see where you can create custom charts. You look at it later. So after we go through the practical class, you can come back to this video, rewatch it, and pick your own answer. And apart from now, I will still be posting lesson check. So I will not post the lesson check until we've gone through the practical of everything we've talked about, to be sure that we are all on the same page. So I think I said it. Options for question in Google Form include, let's see, the option include everything. You can do objective question, you can do subjective question, that is checkbox. You can do images. You can use images as your option. You can use video as your option. Example of how to use video as option: I don't know if we have any English teacher here. You want them to pronounce a word, maybe for example, which word are people, okay, let's say Google. The correct pronunciation of Google is Google. Some people might pronounce it as Google. We have people pronouncing it as Google. So as a teacher, you can try to record a video of you pronouncing this word differently, and you ask your students to pick the correct option. It is possible. These are for teachers of languages: French, Yoruba, English language. They can actually use it. So it is possible. You can create any form of question you want to create. It's possible with Google Form. When you click send a form on a Google Form, what are the options for sharing? We should be able to answer this question because I saw it. I talked about it and we all see it. So let me see our answer in the chat box. Okay, somebody is saying we should stop here. Okay, we will stop, but you know that our time is 9 o'clock. So wherever we can take the lesson to, we stop at 9 o'clock, so that I will not keep us here beyond 9 o'clock. But note that today's class was only for 1 hour 30 minutes. We didn't use 2 hours. ABCD. Okay, I have 2 responses for ABCD. Thank you. Let's check. Yes, that is absolutely correct. All the option is possible to share your Google Form. Bring your quizzes online. What are the destination options for storing viewing responses on Google Form? Select all that apply. You can store it in a new spreadsheet. Let's see the option to save our time. You can store in a new spreadsheet. You can store on an existing spreadsheet. By the time we do the practical, we'll be able to explore and see. So thank you. That is the end of today's class. We hope to see you another time. If not for our time, I still plan that our 20 minutes or 30 minutes that we fail to use at the beginning of this class, that we use it now. So if you want us to use it now, say yes. If you don't want us to use it now, say no, so that we can end this video.